There are 3 sections to this video. Section 1. Lines of communication. I am in my bullying lane as a moderate Christian. I notice donkeys in lanes, elephants in lanes, and there are various lanes with both donkeys and elephants together. In the extremist lanes, people put the pedal to the metal and go way over the speed limit. I am working on a separate video from this one to specifically call out an extremist philosophy that is more often used by the donkey. By doing this, I am walking into the other lane with constructive criticism.
Over the line!
What did I do wrong? Constructive criticism involves judgment. Some judgments are evil. Any judgments can be labeled as hate speech. Big Brother doesn't want us to use hate speech. Also, God doesn't want us to hate others. Hatred is wrong. Everyone understands there is a problematic line crossed when threats come into play. Here is a 3-minute comedy clip to illustrate the problem moving into communicating with a threat.
I can't leave him home alone or he eats the furniture. I'm watching it while Cynthia and Marty Ackerman are in Hawaii.
You brought a fucking Pomeranian bowling?
Brought it bowling. I didn't rent its shoes. I'm not buying it a fucking beer. He's not taking your fucking turn, dude.
Man, if my fucking ex-wife asked me to take care of her fucking dog while she and her boyfriend went to Honolulu, I'd tell her to go fuck herself. Why can't you board it?
First of all, dude, you don't have an ex. Secondly, this is a fucking show dog with fucking papers. You can't board it, it gets upset.
Hey,
its
man.
hair falls out.
Walter.
Fucking
no.
dog has fucking papers. Over the line!
Huh?
I'm sorry, Smokey. You were over the line. That's a foul.
Bullshit. Mark at 8, dude.
Excuse me. Mark at 0, next frame.
Bullshit, Walter. Mark at 8, dude.
Smokey, this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
Hey, Walter, come on. It's just, hey, man, it's Smokey, so his toe slipped over a little, you know? It's just a game, man.
This is a league game. This determines who enters the next round robin. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I wasn't...
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I wasn't over. Give me the marker, dude. I'm marking an 8.
Smokey, my friend, you're entering a world of pain.
Walter, man.
You mark that frame an 8, you're entering a world of pain.
I'm not...
A world of pain.
Look, dude, this is your partner.
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Mark at 0.
They're calling the cops, man. Put the piece away.
Mark at 0.
Walter, put the piece away.
Walter?
You think I'm fucking around here? Mark at 0.
All right, it's fucking 0. You happy, you crazy fuck?
It's a league game, Smoke.
You can't do that, man. These guys, you know, they're like me. They're pacifists. Smokey was a conscientious objector.
You know, dude, I myself dabbled in pacifism at one point. Not in Nam, of course.
And you know, he's got emotional problems, man.
You mean beyond pacifism?
He's fragile. He's very fragile.
Huh? I did not know that. Well, it's all water under the bridge. And we do enter the next round robin. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Okay, then. Play Quintana and O'Brien next week. They should be pushover.
Man, you just take it easy, man.
You know, that's your answer for everything, dude. And let me point out something. Pacifism is not... Look at our current situation with that camel fucker in Iraq. Pacifism is not something to hide behind.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
You just take it easy.
Calmer than you are.
Threats of violence are bad. Okay?
You're entering a world of pain.
Walter forces his bullying argument by making a threat. In communication, his threat is going
Over the line!
When there is a disagreement and someone pulls out a gun and makes a threat, that is obviously going too far. Obviously. We all know that threats are going
over the line!
If I see a video going
Over the line!
that is okay for me to respectfully talk about the perceived problem. However, if I would hypothetically make a threat,
You're entering a world of pain.
that would be a moment when I have gone too far. Anyone who hates his brother is a murderer. Murder is against God's commandment. We should not threaten others. Threats are hateful. In other words, we know this command from God. Jesus put the law into clear words. Do not threaten. This communication truth is also true for a third party being critical of me. I'll try not to get too metaphysical. Sometimes my deep thoughts are a bit too meta. Anyways, this section is still Section 1, Lines of Communication. I am moving on to a third party criticizing me for a video I want to make. Individuals, or frequent donkeys, assert controversial ethical ideas. I am working on the side to respond by making a video talking about logic and morality. Then a third party loved one sees me working on the video. This person in my life becomes angry that I'm making this reactionary video. They react to my reaction. They yell,
Over the line!
that is okay. Someone can get upset with me. I am a man. I can handle respectful criticism. I can survive witty sarcasm against my worldview. Furthermore, when there are disrespectful responses, I can usually discern when to respond by being quiet. Someone can label my words as hateful, even though I perceive my words as critical and respectful. When people spread an ideology I disagree with, I do not hate them. Someone can explain their distaste of what I have said. It is okay to respectfully disagree. What's my point? A communication problem arises when threats get involved. Do not hate is a good rule of etiquette. Do not threaten is a good rule of etiquette. Someone goes too far in a disagreement when they say,
You're entering a world of pain.
Section 2, Controversies, Extremes, and Tangents. Oh my. Controversies, Extremes, and Tangents. Oh my. Trigger warning. If you don't like stream of consciousness and controversial thinking, then the rest of this video is going to be even less enjoyable than the first half. Oh no, I am working on a video critical of an extreme position by some donkeys. However, aren't extremists supposed to be bad? Well, someone can respond to my last question. That's a thought crime. Stay in your lane. You are walking out of line, walking on thin ice. There are countless metaphors that we humans use to explain our conflicting thoughts. If you were to open my skull and see my brain, you would find my brain is full of questions. Is it me to take the red pill and gain knowledge? Do I always have to take the blue pill and stay ignorant? Should I self-censor or should I post? Should I self-censor or should I post now? If I post, there will be trouble. If I self-censor, it will be double. What do you think, big brother? Should I self-censor or should I post? I'm going to look at controversial thoughts from an American perspective. My fellow Americans, we have a freedom of speech. That's hate speech. Green Day and John Kruger use hate speech. I now respond to all the hate speech accusations by questioning. Isn't the hate speech accusation a way to dampen speech? Is it good to dampen speech? Maybe we would be better off if we were to non-consensually, against our wills, be forced to take a drug to dampen our controversial thoughts.
Oh, come on!
What's happening?
Your friend has Class C or above cybernetic augmentations. Emphasis on the above. In any case, he needs to be neutralized.
What? Wait!
Ugh, brain hurty.
What did you do?
It's a synaptic dampener that blocks violent tendencies and controversial thought. He will now be an ideal passenger.
I want cookies and a 90-minute cut of Avatar.
Seriously?
Quit it.
It'll wear off in 6 hours. It's cheaper than banning dangerous people from flights. I mean, let everybody buy a ticket, right? Otherwise, the terrorists win.
If that doesn't work, we could always take Soma, read Brave New World, and take some more Soma. Think outside the box. Here's a nice two-dimensional picture for dissecting criticism. The box to the left is my worldview, and the box to the right is someone else's. We certainly have overlapping moral positions. I am sure we both, in our boxes, agree that murder is evil. I am sure we both, in our boxes, agree that being hateful is evil. I am sure we both agree that we should not threaten others. Hooray! We have common ground even in our different thought pattern boxes. Imagine I want to think outside of my box. Whenever I think outside of my box, then I think inside of another box. One type of criticism to apply is with skepticism. This is the skepticism box. I doubt what you say. Sextus Empiricus was always skeptical. What an extremist! I don't want to be a bad extremist. I don't want to use an extremist color like red to be critical of everything when I apply skepticism. I guess I could use orange to denote a strong skepticism. However, even orange could be called hate speech to question very critically. How about I try to be a good Christian and go even lighter than orange and more gentle on the color spectrum? For now, I'll use yellow. I say that this yellow box is used to be respectfully skeptical and critical. Respectful is the key word. I repeat the word respectful. I introspect upon my own worldview. Wow, sometimes there are issues with my worldview.
I woke up this morning with the sun down, shining in. I found my mind in a brown paper bag, but then I tripped on a cloud and fell 8 miles high. I tore my mind on a jagged sky. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
Sometimes there are issues with my worldview. Sometimes I go to extremes. I sin all the time. I am thankful that Jesus forgives me. Now, I am going to move that yellow box to another person with an extreme view. The box is moving. It is moving slowly. And Big Brother is watching. You engaged in a thought crime. This is a cheesy rhyme. By moving the cheesy yellow box over another worldview, that can be labeled as hate speech and a thought crime. Do not offend people. Everyone is watching. Everyone has cameras. Everyone can see you. Everyone can be a thought police officer. A person like me engages in a thought crime if I dare to say something negative about another. How dare I? Oh, people familiar with the matter are saying that I, John Kruger, have gone too far. I am being taken away to a re-education camp. Goodbye. I love Big Brother. Section 3. Ending the video with more than absurd ideas of censorship. We should speak the truth in love. When we disagree, we should speak respectfully. God wants us to love others, and that truth applies even to a thought criminal like me.